Hi everyone, here's a very easy test, a quick little trick to help you verify whether an audio transformer is good or bad. So whether it's an audio output transformer or an interstage transformer, this little process will help you verify that very quickly and very easily. Welcome to another Tech Tips video at Mr. Carlson's Lab. If you'd like to stay current in this series and learn all sorts of neat tech tips regarding electronics, definitely subscribe and hang around. I have many more tips to share. All right, let's get started. Here are two relatively large audio amplifiers. These are monoblock amplifiers from a movie theater, so basically right and left kind of idea. Two brute force amplifiers that are up for restoration here, and if you hang around this channel you'll get to see that restoration, so definitely subscribe. These amplifiers here are brute force amplifiers, so each one's rated at 250 watts each, and when I say 250 watts, they'll do that all day long and not care at all. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week kind of thing. They'll just keep pumping out audio, and they're very tough. So if something goes wrong with speaker setup, this thing will end up driving a dead short for quite some time before it ends up taking out a fuse in the bottom here. Now, because these things see such a tough life, the thing of concern obviously is the audio output transformer, and this being a 250 watt audio transformer, that can make or break a restoration because this is a relatively expensive chunk of iron back here. Now, in order to verify this transformer and the one on the other amplifier, I would like to, test these things before I end up getting into any type of a restoration, because of course if this needs to be rewound, that would set things back just a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you a very easy way to verify audio transformers, and this can be used for guitar amplifiers or anything, even the interstage transformer and all sorts of different things. So you can even find a lot of the times, hey, did you know that you can use power transformers as audio transformers as well? So I'll talk a little bit about that in the future here as well. Many power transformers make pretty good audio transformers. So anyways, I'll share that here in the future, of course, in another Tech Tips series. So definitely hang around and see that. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get an LCR meter and just a standard DC ohm meter. So LCR meters can be bought for very, very cheap nowadays. And something as simple as that can help you verify this with that and just a simple resistor. So I'll grab some stuff here and I'll show you two different types of measurements, a DC resistance measurement and an AC resistance measurement known as an impedance measurement. Both amplifiers are disconnected from the AC line, and all the capacitors in each amplifier have been safely discharged. Most of us have a standard DC ohm meter right here, and I'll show you the differences in the readings between just a standard DC ohm meter and an actual LCR meter, which is an actual impedance test, or AC resistance if you like. So these are the plates of the vacuum tubes. So this is the anode, I guess you could say, of the particular vacuum tube. And this measurement would be known as a plate-to-plate measurement. And you'll see that in many data sheets, a plate-to-plate measurement. And you'll see the differences between this plate-to-plate measurement and the actual impedance type measurement here. So if I was to test this plate-to-plate, all right, so I'll stick an alligator clip on here. Hopefully it'll stay. An alligator clip on here, and hopefully it'll stay. You can see that from plate to plate, our measurement is 112 ohms, right? So that is the resistance plate to plate of this transformer. Yet, if we actually look at a data sheet for this vacuum tube here, I'll zoom into this. So AF power amplifier and modulator class B, which is basically what this thing is running. You can see the effective load resistance plate to plate in ohms is 6,700 to 8,200. So somewhere in this zone is where we want to be. Yet when we look at this, we see 112 ohms, right? So that can be relatively confusing, right? This is a DC measurement. Well, this is an AC measurement. All right, so this is an actual signal type of measurement. So in order to get the correct reading out of something like this, back you out here again, we need something known as an LCR meter. So if I take just a standard everyday LCR meter, turn this on here, hopefully this is going to be viewable. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take out one of the driver tubes. Put this down here for now. Don't roll away. Put this up here like so. So what I'll do is I'll clip this onto here. Don't fall. Rigid wires and everything here. All right, so I'll put this on here and on here like so. Hopefully that's gonna show us something. So if you look at this, we see 216 k ohms. So we're still kind of, way out in the middle of nowhere, right? Yeah, 216 k ohms up here, right? And this is being tested at about 1 kilohertz, right? This is a nice, happy test frequency for something like this. So let's see if I can rest this here and maybe it'll stay. All right. So you can see it's still way out. Well, why is that? Well, there's no speaker attached to this, right? This is a transformer. So what's on the secondary side of the transformer is going to dictate what this actually is going to be here. So if I grab just a standard wire with a resistor in the center of it, so right here, you can see this, hopefully you can see that, is an 8 ohm resistor, 8.2 ohms actually, just close enough, right? And what I want to do is clip that across the speaker jacks in the backside here. So there's some very large speaker connections on the bottom here, pardon my head in the shot here. So I'll clip this across the speaker connections on the bottom side here. And I'll go, and that's the first one is 4, 6, and that one's 8 ohms. I'll clip that onto 8 ohms. Well, now look at it. 7.3 k ohms, plate to plate. So if we look at our data sheet again here, zoom in, somewhere between 6,700 and 8,200. We're right in our target zone. 7.3, right? 7.3 k ohms. So there's a really good chance that this audio transformer is absolutely fine. Isn't that nice? Simple as that. So big difference between an actual plate-to-plate measurement DC resistance and an AC resistance measurement. Again, this is an AC resistance or an impedance measurement, whereas this meter here, which is just a standard ohm meter, will only read DC resistance. So two very, very different things. And just like that, I've pretty much verified this audio transformer. Right to the right tap, right within the zone. Now, a lot of the times, if you're going to read, say, a DC resistance measurement on something like this amplifier and move to that one, you'll notice that the actual DC resistance on the primary is quite a bit different. It could be 10 ohms different on each one. You're probably thinking, oh, that's not very well matched audio transformers. Well, believe it or not, many of them are just like that. Even in a stereo amplifier, you can measure the DC resistance of the two audio transformers in a very large stereo amplifier, and you'll find quite a difference in the DC resistance. But if you put an AC resistance meter on here, like an LCR meter, you'll find that they're actually pretty close, at least what the vacuum tubes are seeing in a dynamic setting. So there you go. Very, very quick, simple test to show you that your audio transformer is okay. If you enjoyed this video, definitely subscribe and tap all. That way you'll be notified when I post a brand new video. If you'd like to take your electronics knowledge to a much higher level and gain access to hundreds more videos with projects for you to build and learn from, I have an electronics course on Patreon. I share many of my personal electronic inventions, creations, and designs there as well. So all the plans to build them and everything is on Patreon. Check it out. I'll put the link just below the video's description under the Show More tab, and I'll pin the link at the top of the comment section. So if you click on one of those links, it'll take you right there. Or if you're more comfortable just using Google, just type in Mr. Carlson's Lab Patreon and I'll pop right up. It's a zero pressure place to be. You'll learn at your own rate, and there's something there for just about everyone interested in electronics. All right, until next time, take care. Bye for now.